What's up, y'all? What's up? It's your girl Jasmine's World, and I need y'all to come on up in here and just chat with me. I need to get some stuff off my chest while I do this trim on my client. And really, it's about people, family, and friends thinking you just be playing in people's hair. Like, I believe that sometimes people don't respect when you are I know for sure as a stylist, but when you are a service provider, oftentimes people look at it as if, oh, we're just we're just like playing all day in people's hair, like it's not that significant, doesn't really matter. It's just they can offer the service, they can do that, right? But not really considering and taking into account and really understanding what it goes into maintaining and doing this business. Like, if I'm truthfully honest, most stylists are probably making less money than the people that they are servicing, to be truthfully honest. And not that they don't have that same money coming in, but most of the money, a lot of times the money that the stylist has coming in is going right back out to maintain and to continue on and trying to build and trying to do these all sorts of different things. And I feel like when you are somebody who has a 9 to 5 and who has never had to survive as a service provider, and I don't say this in a bad way because I love what I do. I love styling hair. I love doing hair. But when you haven't had that experience, I feel like it can be really easy to take for granted what that life really looks like and what that life really feels like. And, it's usually the people who are closest to you, the family and friends, who don't really value you as much. And it's also usually people who go and see someone else. Like, they usually have other people that they'll go and pay full price for, other people that they'll go and do all the things for. Don't scratch their head to a price, don't do anything to. But when it comes to you, it's kind of expected that you will bend over backwards and give favors. And this is the thing, I give favors and I do things for those who I know will support me, right? Who I know will support me in the future. Like, you might be the person that I call as a model. You might be the person that, if I just want to do something that day and I'm trying to work through something, I'm going to call that person who I know in their heart has always tried to support me. And even sometimes whether or not they're able to afford to be consistent with me, like, I take into consideration how they move and how they operate when it comes to my business, right? But anywho, like, first of all, if you are a service provider out here and you are here listening, talk to me and tell me if you experience this and what that feels like to you. Because to me, there was a certain point to where when I was working from home and I was working from the kitchen, like, this would still happen, but I wasn't taking myself seriously. Like, I wasn't appreciating myself. And now that I have a full list of clients, and life going on, so much going on, pulling me up, down, left, right, front, center, struggles maintaining everything and operating everything, balancing life and all the struggles, like, it hits different now. So when someone calls me and to for a favor, or just not even, and the favor doesn't have to be said, like, you can just tell in the manner. And just to be specific, I had someone close to me reach out that wanted me, they had some stuff going on and wanted me to come to their home to do their hair and style their hair. And most likely because of what the style was, they weren't expecting to be charged. Probably, I'm not going to say weren't, but in my head, they probably weren't expecting to be charged for the full service like I would operate with my normal clients, which means less money in my pockets and One thing about me, I don't step into the salon if it's less than a certain amount at this point. I don't do that, right? But they wanted that. It was also on my off day, and it was also they wanted me to travel. And then when I mentioned that they would have to come to the salon and travel, and operate, then it wasn't really a big deal for them anymore. But mind you, I sacrificed. I was going to be doing all this sacrificing for something that wasn't that important to them. And they go to another stylist. And although I ain't tripping about somebody going to anybody else, like I am not that person that feels a type of way if you don't come to me, because I truly feel like those who belong in my chair come to my chair. Those who love and respect what I have to offer are the people that I want in my chair anyways. And if you don't, I really, it's a two-way street, right? But either way, they go to another stylist who is who works on their hair or whatever. So it's just like I come in for the favor. I come in for the I'll just have her do this, I'll just have her do that. And don't get me wrong, there are times where I will be willing to do this, right? But I'm not going to say for everybody and for anybody, but it will be on my terms when I want to do a favor like that for somebody, okay? Like, it's like, don't come to me for the discount because you can't afford to do it. Don't come to me because you just need like something quick. You come and you step to me the same way you would step to any other stylist, right? And that is for anybody, right? I absolutely love doing hair. And so that's not a problem. I love doing hair, and there was a point in time to where I would just do it for free. But at this point in my life, I'm sorry, I don't in my mind, I would love to do it for free for play, but that's not life. I have kids, I have a family, I have a house to maintain, a business to maintain, car. Like, I have so many things that I have to maintain. I can't afford to do that, right? So I say all of this to say, y'all, please respect the people who are service providers. If anything, sometimes have more understanding and grace and care for what they're doing, because you just have no idea what the battles may look like, and you have no idea, what it takes to maintain and to do these things, right? And don't be that person. Like, whenever I go to somebody, whether they're friends or whatever, I don't even typically want a discount. Please don't give me a discount. Like, it's okay for you to offer, but most likely 9 times out of 10, I am going to pay full price just because I want you to know that I respect what you're doing. I don't expect you to give me a favor because you know me. I respect what you're doing. I want you to thrive. So in order for me, the best way I can help you thrive is by putting the money in your pocket that can fund you putting the money back into your business. It is not a favor for me to do, don't get me wrong, helpful, yes, but it is not a favor for me to do your hair for a discount. You want to know why? Because I can do that with anybody. Almost anybody would take a discounted style. Almost anybody would be a model for a style, especially if they know that it is a qualified person doing their hair or doing the style, right? And this is not to say that I don't appreciate people who are models, because I absolutely do. But let's just put it in a reality thing. Like, you are not doing me a favor for me to do your hair at a discount, like you are doing me a favor to come to my business and be expected to pay full price. And I honestly, if you were expecting to pay full price, I might not even charge you full price, just depending on who you are, how you support, and how everything is maintained. But I just want to say, Respect your service providers, y'all. Appreciate the service providers, especially the ones closest to you. But anywho, like, we're gonna let that go. But her hair came out so good, didn't it? Oh, I absolutely love it. We are starting to grow her hair out because we were doing a bob on her hair. And baby, when I tell you, this hair just would not stay short. So we were like, look, let's just let it grow. All right, so that's where we at right now. But y'all go ahead and have y'all a beautiful day out there. And I will talk to y'all next time. Peace.